So I'm very optimistic when it comes to technology, and I think there's amazing technology that's already out there. I think, you know, we can talk about climate smart technologies, whether it's climate adapted animals, it's crops that are drought tolerant, heat tolerant, you know, even early warning systems with the potential for AI to predict disease outbreaks or, you know, weather events. I think, so I'm very confident that the technologies that are out there exist. You know, and even when you look at the difference between global yields in the first world versus the third world, you know that it can be so much better than it is today. Some of the issues are surrounding the fact that many people think that, well, those are technologies that are only accessible or only applicable to large-scale agriculture. But that's not true. As we know, 80% of all farmers are smallholder farmers, and there are a lot of technologies that scale up and scale down. And so it's really what I am most concerned about is actually access to those technologies. Historically, it's been the biggest issue, is access. And even as an innovator, when I think about how do I make sure that my technology gets to the places that it needs to go very quickly, we partner. We partner with people that have a global footprint, and that I think is one of the ways, but we're not far enough along in having these coalitions and these partnerships with governments, with the private sector, with innovators, to really ensure that we know what's needed where and how to get it when. And so I think, so optimistic on the technology, a little bit concerned about access and technology, but then there's the adoption. So assume we can get technology to the places that it's needed. How do we get farmers who are very traditional, it's a livelihood, it's not necessarily a business, how do we get them to be a part of the solution as well as a rapid adopter of new technologies to make this impact? And so, this is an area where I think, the importance, if you talk about infrastructure and the needs of infrastructure, that will facilitate Digital infrastructure will facilitate access, it will facilitate adoption of technologies, and I think mostly because it will facilitate the education. I mean, this is the human component, this is the community component of it, and the education. You have to educate the youth, the young farmers, the people who are going to be the next generation farmers on what's coming. And it also, I think you have to mitigate some of the worry and some of the fear with education and the opportunities, and that the world is there to support you and technology can be made available. So I think those are the three areas that I think are the most critical.
Well, thank you very much.